All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, man, I'm happy because Errol Spence Jr. said something that I like to hear, which is that he is more than willing to go, or he implied. You gotta, for y'all people that don't know how to read behind lines, between the lines, let me say he implied, or it is reasonable to infer from what he said, that he is willing to fight for undisputed at 154 pounds. You gotta love it. Let's talk about that. And you know that means Jermell Charlo. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're in the 154-pound division talking about Errol Spence Jr., Jermell Charlo, the best fight to be made in boxing. I'm telling you right now, best fight to be made in boxing right now is that fight right there. Errol Spence Jr. implied he's down to do it. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, like my guy, absolute positively the new king of the prince of the trolls on my channel, Orlando Pearson. What's going on with you, brother? Thank you so much for your support in the Cash App specifically. Thank you for your support in the super chats and your comments that you leave in the live streams that we do. Man, you always talking. Don't know if you're being serious or not, Brand, but you crack me up every time. Thank you for your support. Also, so thank you to everybody, the increasing number of people that are actually supporting videos like this with the super thanks, which is down below with the little dollar and the heart sign. It is what allows us to continue to do the thing that we do over in this channel. We do not have sponsorships from boxers or promotional companies to tell us what to say or lead our conversations one way or another. 100% supported by the people that are subscribed to the channel for your views, your likes, your thumbs up. So thank you all for your support on the channel and helping us make it a success. But let's get into this. Yeah. I'm happy about this. Errol Spence Jr. wasn't even asked a question. He was saying, would you, if you don't fight Terrence Crawford, what would you do? I know you're not going to fight your brother, Jermell Charlo, and move up and try to fight Jermell Charlo for undisputed. You know, I know you're not going to do that. So, you know, what are you going to do? I'm paraphrasing the question, okay? And just so you guys know, this is a boxing forum where I'm having a conversation with you, right? Just having conversation with you. Just pretend that I'm talking directly to you and nobody else, like you're sitting at a bar chopping up with somebody else. That's what we're doing here. So I paraphrase what people say. I don't have a problem doing that. You can always go to the source of it yourself. Go look at the interviews on Fight Hype. I actually encourage you to go over there to Fight Hype, to Fight Hub, and listen to what these guys say for yourself. I'm giving you my viewpoint on it. So in these instances, I paraphrase because I always get that in the comment section from somebody. So basically, that is what was asked to him on multiple channels because, you know, you got 5 and 10 cameras in the man's face. So he says, though, to that you're not going to fight your brother. He said, I never said I wasn't going to do that. He said, I never said I wasn't going to move up. And that I said, I'll fight anybody, is what he says. So he says, I will fight anybody. I'm not turning on no fights. I'll fight anybody, including Jermell Charlo. And let me tell you, I added the including Jermell Charlo because it should be there because of the context of the question, the statement that he was replying to. So what does that mean? Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it happen. That is one of the best fights that can be made in boxing without a doubt. And when you're saying like, okay, what are the big fights for Errol Spence Jr.? Errol Spence Jr. has a big fight with Terrence Crawford. He has a big fight with Canelo Alvarez if Canelo Alvarez ever wanted to do it. He's got a big fight if Gervonta Davis somehow lost his mind and wanted to come up to 135 pounds and fight him. He could fight that dude, be a really, really big fight. Pretty much any fight that he's going to be in is going to be a big fight, right? However, one of the most underrated ones and one of the biggest ones that can be made is the fight with Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo is undisputed at 154 pounds. Errol Spence Jr. is all but undisputed at 147 pounds in my book, because the WBO champion Terrence Crawford doesn't want to fight him. So he either took a belt from everybody in that division or he made somebody duck so that they could keep their belt. Right? And start playing games with it and saying, I don't really need the fight. He needs me because I've got this belt. He doesn't have any belts. Look, man, when you start doing that type of stuff, dude, you don't want the fight, man. And if we were just like in a playground type of atmosphere, brother, you abstained. We having a competition over here to see who the best person is, and you decide you beat one guy, so you got one of the trophies. So, but you don't want to fight any. You beat your class. You beat everybody up in your class, but then you got this guy that beat up everybody in his class and the class above him and at 3 of the other 4 classes. But you don't want to fight him because you're the champion of your classroom. Nah, bro, you don't want to fight him. That means you don't want to fight him. You lose. This guy's the champ. That's how I think about it. And in this particular instance, Errol Spence Jr. for me is all but undisputed champion because of what Terrence Crawford did. But again, I acknowledge that's how I think of it. You may not think of it like that. I do. But so Errol Spence Jr. has that because he made Terrence Crawford duck, which is a big thing because Terrence Crawford is a very, very good fighter. And then you got undisputed in the weight. You got a guy undisputed at 154. Dude, that is a fight that if they were not trained by the same trainer, and that is Derek James, trainer of the year this year, trainer of the year last year, trainer of the year probably next year, one of the best trainers in boxing for sure. He just got to make a choice, man. And if Jermell doesn't want to fight him, well, Jermell even said, hey, if I'm going to fight him, it's got to be for a lot of money. Well, guess what, Jermell? It's going to be for a lot of money, brother. It's going to be for a lot of money. The only problem is that they like each other. If they didn't like each other, could you imagine the press conferences for that fight? As good as Jermell Charlo, as wild as Jermell Charlo is, and how just cool but yet completely and utterly savage Errol Spence Jr. is, especially if you saw how the press conferences for Sean Porter. Dude, that is a fight that cannot miss, man. And it is a fight for Errol Spence Jr. If he was able to beat Jermell Charlo, you got to make that man number 1 pound for pound. Jermell Charlo is able to beat Terrence Crawford. You got to able to beat Errol Spence Jr. You got to throw all that stuff. You got to switch everybody down a notch and make that dude number 1 or number 2 because it is a different weight class. I understand that, but beating a top 3 pound for pound fighter got to do something to get Jermell Charlo the respect that Jermell Charlo deserves. And more than likely, that is just going to be a battle like you would not believe. The only issue in it is they have the same trainer, right? But it's boxing. Derek James can make his decision. Now, I like Derek. Like I said, I like Derek James very, very much. Got a ton of respect for him. But I don't know if it's masochistic, sadistic. I think I'm sadistic is what it is. I just want to see a great fight. No joke, man. I want to see a big fight that everybody's excited about. I want to see 2 evenly matched fighters in the ring and guys that actually have, enough that ain't playing games and will actually fight each other. Now, the reason Jermell may not want that fight, it makes sense why Jermell may not want that fight. But Errol said he would do it. So it is what it is, man. I say let's make it happen. And honestly, I would prefer that fight at this point. I would prefer Errol talking about that fight now over him talking about Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford's team, his PR people, all of that, all they're going to do, I think what they did last time is leverage Errol Spence Jr.'s name to try to get something else done and some other hype around Terrence Crawford that was not there without Errol Spence. So if Errol Spence moves on, Terrence Crawford is left to his own devices, and then that may turn around and he may say, all right, I concede. man, just give me the contract. I'll fight Errol. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.